On the whole, when parents are arguing but together, they can argue about a whole range of things. But once separation is on the cards or underway, the arguments often begin to settle in around the subject of child contact, which means that children who might have been to the side of lots of the previous arguments are dynamically stuck right in the middle between their fighting parents. Children feel that their loyalties are very divided by this, and that can be very confusing and have a massive effect. Post-separation conflict between the parents is the main reason why some children, only the minority, don't recover as well from separation. I'm going to give you some ideas as to how to manage this so that your children can heal and move on as quickly as possible. First of all, establish clear boundaries. Many people think that it's kind to children to graduate a separation. However, it's also really important that your children are not around you and your partner together. Minimise that as much as you possibly can. Don't argue in front of the children. Keep your arguments separate to contact pickups and drop-offs. Don't talk in front of your children to other people about your partner, and for heaven's sake, don't put your ex-partner down to your children. Incredibly tempting as that might be, you will hurt only them. Accountability. Don't talk to your children about what you think the other partner did wrong, but do be accountable for anything that you think you've done. That may mean apologising to them. It may mean saying that sometimes that you did things that were wrong to their mum, and yet that you love them, that it's not at all their fault, and that you commit to supporting your ex-partner in parenting the kids in the future. If you want your children to grow up with a strong sense of right or wrong, don't make excuses for abusive behaviour. Loyalty. When parents separate, children end up in real loyalty conflicts. You may feel like your ex is trying to poison the children's minds against you, but most often this results just because your ex is upset and angry and the children pick it up without her actually instigating that intentionally. Don't increase these loyalty conflicts for the children. Don't check up on their mum by asking them questions. Don't try and catch her out. Don't try and put her down to them. It's really important that your children don't feel like pawns in the relationship between you and their mum. Mum's new partner. Don't think for a minute that mum's new partner is going to replace you. Children retain a strong loyalty for their birth father, even if they see them very, very little. If the children do like a new partner, encourage this. It's a godsend for them. Most parents post-separation want their children to have contact with the other parent. That might take time, however. Start with small steps and let the trust build. Don't overcommit. The worst thing you can do is to commit to picking up the kids and then arrive late or bring them back late. Make the most of whatever contact you do have. You can write letters, you can send photos, you can talk to your children about memories and things that interest them. But don't think that you can win your children over in some way by spoiling them. No amount of buying stuff can replace just being really interested in your children, spending quality time with them, putting your phone and computer aside and attending to them whenever and however much you're allowed. If you buy them loads of stuff, you may feel that you're winning them over in the short term, but in the long term, they'll lose respect for you and may end up confusing money and love. Through all of this, remember that you have responsibilities towards your children rather than rights over them. I know it might feel like an emotional minefield, but you should never hesitate to ask for help, There's lots of parenting help out there. Most mums spend ages talking to other mums about their parenting and their kids, and dads just don't have the same support networks. And that brings me to another thing, which is you need to look after yourself to get your own life on track again, in order to really be able to help your children. So just to reiterate, the most important thing is that you let go of tit-for-tat thinking. If the other parent seems irresponsible with regards to the children, you have to be more responsible. Don't sink to anyone else's level. Do what you know is right for the children. Most people find that a couple of years after the separation, the co-parenting relationship is really on track, really supportive, and enables you to both spend time with your children and have breaks from them.